Assalamualaikum peeps, hope you are all well. It's a bit too close. I said I would start doing my morning lives again, and I was supposed to go outside and do it, but it's raining. And if you watch one of my other videos, one of my other posts where I said that I'm sick of the UK, it's not conducive to losing weight and being healthy, primarily because of the weather. Right? But again, I am going to go out. You can't make those excuses. But anyway, on this topic, the 5 things you need to lose weight in 2025 and beyond. I'm trying to keep my voice a little bit low. Family are still asleep. So number 1, you need to know your why. Right? Most people don't have a strong enough purpose because they don't know their why. They don't understand the problem that they are in. Right? They're not problem aware, or they're not aware of the extent of the problem. So the first thing you need is you need a why. And in order for you to know, to have a strong why, you have to understand the risks of being overweight as a South Asian man. And the statistics say that if your BMI is over 23.9, you have a higher risk of heart disease, diabetes, strokes and all that stuff. And I've got a complete blog post on my website about BMI and understanding. I'm sure you are, Billah, but do check my BMI blog post and addresses that issue as well. So, yeah, heart disease, diabetes, strokes, and all that stuff, right? Again, it depends on your physique composition, right? Most people assume they have a lot of muscle, but they don't, right? And big bone isn't really a thing, right? But that's your number 1. Know your why. Number 2. You've got to have a defined starting point, right? So in order to have a defined starting point, what you need to take some pictures, right? Topless, take some pictures. And we do this with our clients, and we often get a lot of resistance, right, with that, because they're embarrassed sometimes. They it's the first time they're coming to facing reality of their situation. When they have a good hard look at themselves in the mirror, or when they take a photo and they look at that properly, it's probably the first time in years that they're actually really coming face to face with reality, right? And thinking, damn, am I really that big? And when they're being honest with themselves, so take some pictures, take a measurement around your belly button, right? Take a measurement around not just your waist, around your belly button, right? That's the second thing. Third thing is your scale weight. Most people only focus on the scale weight, right? If you just focus on scale weight, you're going to get disheartened very quickly, because scale weight can fluctuate quite dramatically, right? Sometimes I did a post about 4 or 5 years ago where I showed in Ramadan, just before iftar, I within 20 minutes I gained 3 kg. Yes, in 20 minutes I gained 3 kg. And it was Ramadan 2016 something, when you were fasting 20 hours. And I'd fasted all day. Just before iftar, I took my weight measurement, and then straight after iftar, I had like almost a litre. I drank like almost a litre of water, had some food, all the rest of it. And 20 minutes later, I went on the scale. I was 3 kgs heavier in the space of 20 minutes. So your weight can fluctuate for a number of reasons. So if you're only using weight and then you're seeing, it's not going down, then you're going to be disappointed, right? And the other thing is as well is to understand, what influences your weight, and it can be a number of factors. It's having knowledge of that. So your starting point, and then also a goal. Having a firmly defined goal, like I want to get to this destination by this time, and also having a process that a proven process that works, right? You have to make your journey process driven, right? It has to be process driven, i.e. you can't just be on a whim. Oh, I should do this, I should do that. And again, when you're coaching yourself, and I put a post up earlier, I said, coaching yourself is, even as a coach myself, coaching myself is hard, right? Because our emotions get involved, right? Especially for myself, right? I understand so many different things, and it's really, really difficult to avoid your own getting in the way of your own self. And that's why sometimes you need impartial, somebody's outside. They say you can't see the label from within the bottle. So those are the things. I've got some more notes here. Right, so like I said, knowing your why, understanding the gravity of the situation, and then having a starting point and having goals. Right, now I've just done all of that. I took measurements because I gained 5 or 6 kg. I want to lose that. I want to lose about 3 inches off my around my belly button. I'm still getting to my 32 jeans, but my belly's popped out a little bit. So I want to lose 3 inches off my waist. Or off my belly, not my waist, just around the belly button. I'm still wearing 32, like I said. I want to drop about 5 kg. I've got my photos from the other day. So I've got them 3 things. And there's a 4th thing as well. And this is not a measurement that you can take. But if you're not seeing progress on the scale, even if you're not feeling like progress with your measuring tape, look to see how your clothes fit. Right. Sometimes when you lose fat, you don't just lose it from your belly or from any specific part. You could be losing it from different areas. So sometimes you might feel that your clothes are looser, right, around the shoulders. So that's another important metric to kind of have in mind. So if you have those metrics, you'll always have something to measure against and measure your progress. So you're not disheartened when next week you step on the scale and you see that the scale hasn't moved. But then I said you have to have a clearly defined process. And there are better and worse ways. The worst way, I would say one of the worst ways for a complete beginner is to just go crazy with their training, especially HIIT training. Honestly, HIIT training is overrated, and quite frankly, for most average people, it's quite shit. It's absolutely shit, right? Honestly, even for myself, I was thinking, should I do some HIIT? But no, it's shit, right? Don't do HIIT. Unless you're an athlete and you're trying to be an athlete and you're trying to increase your higher threshold of lactic acid tolerance, you don't need it. You'll probably injure yourself and put you off. Right, anyway, I am going to be documenting my entire journey in my Facebook group with all of the good, the bad and the ugly of weight loss. I'll be talking about how I got here, why I got here, what I intend to do, all of my challenges, completely behind the curtains. And I'm going to be doing that in my Facebook group. If you're not in my Facebook group, drop a comment below, so type group or something, and I'll reach out to you. I'll give you the link to join my Facebook group, where I'm going to be taking you through, like I said, everything. Because when I started this, right, my goal was to help 1,000 Desi dads lose weight and change the health status of our community. Last 2 or 3 years, I've got busy with other projects. I'm involved I have a property business. I deal in stocks and shares and things like that. And I think I took my foot off the gas. And I used to do a lot of these lives. I stopped doing it. Got really busy. I stopped doing it. So, but again, making money in property, making money in stocks doesn't give me the same level of satisfaction as seeing the transformation of clients and completely changing their life. So I've decided I'm going to try and, step back into the business and try and provide more value and support to you guys, right? So I'm going to be doing more lives again, mainly my Facebook group. So join that, because I think that's community. It's community oriented, and you have more kind of there's more peer support, if you will. So in fact, in the next few minutes, I'm going to go in and I'm going to talk about some of the challenges I'm facing as a 45-year-old, and also I'll be telling you this what's in this secret drink that I've started having, right? Because again, I never used to have this. I've started having this because at my age now, I feel I need it, right? I'll be telling you what that is in the Facebook group. So I'm going to go in there live in the next few minutes. So if you want to join that group, just drop group below and I'll get the link out to you. Speak to you soon. Take care.